Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me for another session of a Don't Starve a Day. As you can see, I've made a couple of files since the last session, but we're finally continuing with Woodie. Last we left off, we were on day 27, and it's been a while since I've commentated over these, but here we are back in the world. Last episode I think I accidentally... I think I meant to sleep with it on purpose. Also, I just realized I left Lucy inside of Chester, so I take her out. I feel kind of bad now. But, yeah, I left the mining hat on because I actually wanted to show off what happens when it goes off, just so you could see, you can kind of see the glass light emitter, the flashlight part of the miner hat, but without the power on. What I didn't realize, though, I thought I was going to be able to easily recharge it, but what I didn't realize was because we had fireflies in our inventory when we turned into a Werebeaver, they drop like everything else, but because they drop, when they drop, they don't actually drop as an item, they drop back as living entities. We have to catch them with a bug's net again. And I realized later on we actually have a bug's net in our tool treasure chest, or in our tool chest, but I forget to take it out, and I forget it even exists, so I decide, alright, we're gonna go out, and we're going to kill some more spiders, and so that is essentially what we do. We've got some meatballs to keep us nice and full during the trip, and we're still hurting from that sanity, but I'm gonna try and use that to my advantage in the next week or so's worth of gameplay, and it does eventually pay off. There are some significant differences. Certain entities change and they'll give different items when your sanity's below a certain point, so we'll be going after that at some point here, but for now we're just gonna grab these that I forgot to pick up before. As you can see, the monster meat actually turned to rot, so that's fun. But I'm gonna fight some spiders. Still getting in the groove of things. This is gonna be one of those episodes where I'm kind of disoriented, so I need a little while to get used to everything that's going on. But starting right off here, getting some much needed silk. You always need silk, and we actually got 2 spider eggs, which we can plant closer to our base, so we don't have to run all the way up here. Even though this is a pretty short walk from our base, it's still nicer the closer they are. But yeah, this is really the best strategy to take on larger spider nests, is just in small waves, just lure them out 2, 3 at a time, and kill them as you go. It's only 3 shots. Each one you hit takes hit stun immediately. If you get a warrior spider like we just did here, you might have to be a little more careful, and you might have to take a couple hits, but aside from that, it's not too bad. Also, we got a smoldering tree, and I just want to say, I don't want to give any assumptions for the rest of the summer, but I actually feel that this was one of the most merciful summers I've had in terms of smoldering stuff. Like, so far, we haven't seen too much of it, and just, I mean, in general, I don't think I've ever had an easier time in terms of having to deal with smoldering. Also, we have a little bit of overheating going on, which is weird because it's dawn time. I think it's actually because our thermal stone is heating up. You can see there it's white, which shows that it's getting warmer. Whenever it's not blue, like when it's kind of that frosted blue, that means that it's as cold as it can get. When it's normal blue, it's kind of its neutral form, and then it goes to white, and then yellow, and then orange, I think, is its hottest. So I don't know why I made it. Oh yeah, I made a torch because I didn't have any fuel for the miner hat. So what I was gonna do, and part of the reason why we got all those spider silks was so that we could craft a bug net. Even though we already had one, I know, I just didn't realize until now. And also I didn't have any inventory space to put that firefly, so I decide maybe I'll eat meatballs, but and also because we're now pretty significantly overheating, I made our endothermic fire right here. it's always a good thing to keep one of those on you, just in case. Later on, I actually forget to do that, and it does not go well. But right there you saw we got all 8 of the fireflies that we had collected previously in one use of the bug's net. That's one really nice aspect, is that if you do drop them all, they don't all become separate entities, and you have to just use a bug's net 8 times to catch them all again. You can just catch them all in the stack that you left them in. Regardless of that, though, you do actually need to recapture them with a bug net, which can be a pain if you lost your bug net and you don't have silk to make another one. But we remedied that pretty alright. Anyways, I think that's pretty much all for the day. I'm just letting this torch run out now, save inventory space, and I recharge our mining hat, get all this stuff going, and I decide to return to the base because our inventory is just overflowing. We could have given some stuff to Chester. I don't know why we didn't, but I just chose not to for whatever reason. Also, was something smoking over there? I couldn't actually see. I'm not sure. For half a second I thought something was smoldering, but it went off screen so quickly I couldn't tell. Maybe I'll look over it once this is over. We're nearly done with the episode. As you can see, it's the next day. But nothing lit on fire, so maybe I was just seeing things. Anyways, that'll end the first video of this second long session of Don't Starve a Day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.